All right, so it's 2022 and I'm on a flight to Los Angeles and my heart is just beating out of my chest, bro. Just beating out of my chest. I'm getting all these crazy ideas and it's because I'm going to meet up with one of the biggest hip hop artists at the time, Little Tecca, right? But how did I get here? That's what you came to this video for. That's what you want to know. How did I get in the position to where me, just some random kid from Connecticut who made stupid videos, got to film with a really big artist like Little Tecca? All right, so let's take it back a little bit. My name is Marcus. I have been a videographer for so long, damn near my whole life. I started making videos probably when I was about like 10 years old. Right? Picked up a camera, got one of my mom's old cameras. Sometimes I would use like a webcam, whatever I can get my hands on. We'd use my parents' phone, maybe an iPod that a friend had with a camera on it. And we would just make all these stupid videos, me and my friends, me and my brother and my friends. We would make these stupid skits and just for fun, literally. And I just enjoyed the hell out of just filming, editing, and the whole craft and learning how to do it all. Fast forward a little bit, probably around 15 years old, I got a GoPro, and then a little bit later, I got one of my first DSLR cameras. And that was the Canon T5i or T3i, I'm not sure, I don't really remember. But it was nothing crazy, it didn't even shoot 4K, but I grew a passion for filming skateboarding videos because me and my friends, we would go skateboard all day. I would bring the camera with me, and we used to watch all these crazy skate videos. We used to watch the Death Wish videos with who's the guy? I think it was like Chris Jocelyn and Nigel Houston, DGK videos. If you know, you know. I'm sure a lot of you guys have were into skateboarding too. I know that's how a lot of people got into making videos. So I really just always had my camera on me. I would bring it to school. We would make these stupid vlogs. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I just knew that I loved it. All right, fast forward to my junior year. I have a kid who is looking for a music video. I see it on Instagram. He goes to my school. I'm like, hey, well, you know what? Never done it before. Let me try it out. So I hit him up. We film a music video. Didn't even charge him because I just love doing this. Didn't even ask for money. It was just like, let me try it out. We do it, and the video comes out so dope. It spreads around the whole school. Everyone loves it. And I'm like, okay. I start getting DMs from other people. So, I kind of grow this business, and I think I didn't even start charging till like the 5th, 6th video. And like by the time I did, I was only charging like $50 for a video. These are just other kids from other high schools around the town. And I start doing all their videos, and I love it. I love doing this, and I'm like, and I'm making a little bit of money off it. Cool. And so fast forward again, graduate high school. I'm like, okay, what's the next direction I'm gonna go in? College. I'm gonna go to film school. I think go to film school. Long story short, I don't really like it, but the good thing about it was in New York. And in New York, there's all these bigger artists, there's all these big connections that you can make. So I was networking my ass off. I was going to all these events all the time. I was filming videos with all these different artists. And one of the first artists who was a little bit bigger that I got to work with was Smokey Margella. If you guys remember Smokey Margella, he was one of ASAP Rocky's artists. I'm not sure if he's still signed to them, but I was going to all these events, and he threw an event at a clothing store where he performed, and I filmed a video for him and I posted it. And I always posted all my work was consistent with that on Instagram. It's not the way content is now. This was probably 2019, so it was a little bit different back then. And he eventually sees it, and his circle sees it, and so I get connected in that way. And so I start doing videos for a lot of people in his circle, and it was just good being in New York. A lot of the way you're going to get opportunity is just framing, your positioning in life, right? At the time, I only went to college for one semester, and then I moved back home, didn't like it. But at the time, I didn't really have a lot of expenses, didn't have a lot of bills to pay. I some things, but money wasn't like a big thing I was thinking of, you know? So when I was approaching these artists, when I was doing these videos, I wasn't trying to formulate my life around the money. So a lot of you younger guys, you're going to be able to take big advantage of your framing and positioning just in life in general. Not to say that if you're a little older and you have more responsibilities, you can't do it, but it just makes it easier, obviously, right? You're just gonna have to work a little extra harder. All right, so anyways, um, so I ended up dropping out of school. Like I said, I had gotten that connection through being in New York. So when I dropped out, it's 2019, COVID hits, but I positioned myself to where I said, you know what, I don't care. Just gonna go out and keep filming. I get sick, and that's what I did. And again, positioning and framing. At the time, a lot of people were scared to go out and go shoot and be on set and go film with people and meet people. I wasn't. I just went out. I drove up to New York every day and was meeting with artists, doing music videos, and it proved to really help me a lot. It helped me get in a lot of doors because there was not a lot of competition at the time, and I was doing it for free on top of that. So if that's something if there's going to be anything you could take away from this video, that's going to be a major thing, is just your positioning and framing, how you frame yourself in life, how you set yourself up to be in these positions, right? So here's another key. Also, this is like probably the main thing you came to this video for. Like I said in the beginning, the story I was telling, I'm on the plane, I'm going to meet Little Tecca. How did I get in that position, right? Well, here's the method that I used. Every month I was sending out hundreds and hundreds of DMs to artists, and not just the biggest artists, right? I would message the biggest artists, but I also was going through the list of who they were following, looking through who they followed. Okay, who's some of these guys' friends? Who are some upcoming artists? Sometimes it was artists with a couple hundred followers, sometimes a couple thousand. Sometimes they already had a platform and they were bigger. But I was trying to outreach to people who would, if I did their work and they posted it, then get in front of the bigger artist. So again, that theme of positioning. You have to position yourself to in a place where you're going to be seen. Like, closed mouths don't get fed. I'm sure you've heard that saying a million times, right? So, and I'm sure this method still works. If you're going to take away like a hack or anything from this video, take away that. Go through followers of people you want to work with, whether it is artists or businesses, whatever niche you're in. Go through who they're following, see who they're kind of close with, see who's coming up, who's going to be next. Do your market research. If you do your market research, you understand the market that you're working in, and you understand trends, who's going to come up next, you know, who might have a viral moment or something. You can position yourself very well. It makes it way easier for you to position yourself. So that's what I would do. I would go send out hundreds and hundreds of DMs every single month, and that proved to work very well. I would get to work with a lot of these artists' friends, and then what do you know? Next thing you know, after I do a video for them, check my DM, the big artist is hitting me up next to do a video. Hey, I saw you do a video for my guy, such and such. Let's work. Now again, I was doing a lot of this stuff for free. And in the music industry, that's really how you're going to make a name for yourself, and how it really operates. I mean, like, only the top like 10% of the music video directors are really getting paid well off of this stuff, you know, after they've put in their 10,000 hours and after they've already worked their ass off for free a ton. That's when they get access to bigger budgets, you know. So just keep that in mind. Don't approach these things looking for money from people. I think that's like the worst thing you can do, especially like networking. Like, I hate that phrase because you're just going into an environment expecting something from somebody, when all you should be doing when you're trying to position yourself in the best way possible, especially in a realm like artists where these guys are wildly popular, wildly famous, people are chasing them down and always asking them for things, making sure that you're coming up front and providing value off rip for free and not asking for anything in return. A lot of the times when I would approach these artists, it was genuinely from a place of like, I just want to make something cool. I don't have a lot of bills to pay. I don't care if I get paid from this or not. I just have this idea and I want it to come to life and I want it to be something dope. That was how it was for me at the time. And I think just having that mind frame was what helped me out a ton. So if you're persistent with this, like, I promise it will work. You just have to see it through and you have to be consistent. So, and also too, working with artists, you have to be very flexible in the music space. You have to be very flexible. A lot of stuff is very extremely last minute, and they're asking for the world on either a shoestring budget or no budget. But that's where your creative mind kicks in, and you have to come up with these ideas on the fly. Okay, you want to do this, or I have this idea. How are we gonna make it work? Because we're gonna make it work. It's just a matter of how, right? So position yourself right, frame yourself right, send out hundreds and hundreds of DMs every month. Do a lot of outreach, a lot of market research. These are the keys. These are what are going to take you the farthest in your niche. I'm mainly talking to like kind of the people who are looking to make it in the music space right now. That's not I don't really do as much music videos anymore. My personal opinion is I think it's kind of a dying industry. Not the music industry, but like the music video scene. A lot of it is being taken over by AI, and a lot of people just don't get paid from it simply unless you're at the top echelon and you're working with the top artists who actually have the budgets from their labels to be able to do it. I have tons of horror stories, gotten fucked over endless amount of times working with artists, but it's something that I really loved at the time and I really had a passion for. So yeah, just keep at it, be consistent with it, and you'll be fine. You'll get to create all the dopest shit you've ever wanted to.